Welcome back to another amazing video from Ape Recaps. Today, I'm going to explain a drama horror movie named Slaughter Creek, released in the year 2013. The movie is about a film crew that follows a young girl with aspirations of becoming a successful actress in Hollywood. However, failing to find work, she arrives in Austin, Texas to star in what she believes is a softcore porn film. After discovering the screenplay, the film crew realizes that this is no ordinary film, and it could lead to horrific consequences for this naive young girl. But before we begin, beware of spoilers. Watch out and take care, and I hope you enjoy the video. The film opens with text stating that 3 film students went to Texas in order to make a documentary about the adult film industry, but 7 days later, the director, Matt Rogers, was found covered in blood. Then we see Matt sitting in a prison cell while he has flashbacks of what happened. We see flashes of their documentary as the cameraman ran behind a woman and Matt. They go inside a barn where the lights are off and the camera is only able to record the voices. We hear a shotgun fire and the woman screaming. The scene then cuts back to Matt as a detective named Garcia walks in and takes him out of the cell. They take off his shirt and put it in a bag as evidence. They send Matt to get a shower, while again, a flashback shows him watching a very violent adult film. Afterwards, we see Matt sitting in the police station all cleaned up. Detective Garcia and another detective start to ask him some questions, and he claims that a man named Scott Roberts shot both of his friends, but he managed to survive. He further explains that Scott was an adult film producer and that he kidnapped a girl named Alyssa. The detective asks him if he and his 2 friends went to Slaughter Creek, and the scene again cuts to the footage of their documentary. Matt is driving a car and they enter Slaughter Creek on day 6. Matt has a breakdown because there are a lot of barns, and they can't find the one they're looking for in order to find Alyssa. He berates a woman named Maya as the cameraman, Robbie, keeps shooting them, and Matt tells Robbie to stop shooting when they finally see the barn they were looking for. Matt tells the police officer that they were looking for Alyssa in the barn. We then see them telling a cop about her being missing and asking some local citizens about her. Detective Garcia then asks Matt to start from the beginning. On day 1, we see the 3 friends going places and talking about their documentary. They go to a bar where they eat and they individually talk to the camera just like an interview. Matt talks about how he and Maya used to date. We later see Matt and Maya kissing, but Robbie ruins the moment while he tries to film them. On day 2, they leave their hotel and go to the adult film industry, where Matt starts to interview some actresses that are auditioning to star in an adult film. He one by one talks to everyone, while Maya claims that she is worried that Matt is ruining the whole documentary because he is being too cocky around these women. While leaving, they spot another girl going inside for an audition, so Matt runs there to interview her as well. She reveals her name to be Alyssa and says that this is her first audition and that she is just 19. Later, they talk at a restaurant and Matt suggests that they keep documenting Alyssa, but Maya goes against it. In front of the camera, Matt explains that Alyssa has not gone to the dark side yet and they want to document her journey. At the hotel, Matt calls Alyssa and asks her if she would want to be the main subject in the documentary. Alyssa agrees, but for $500. Maya and Robbie both strongly disagree, but Matt goes behind their backs and tells Alyssa that he has the money. On day 3, they talk about who they want for their documentary, but Matt says that he got Alyssa for free. They go to her apartment for the interview, and the dumb hoe instantly reveals that Matt paid her $500. Maya storms off in anger, and their drama starts again. After a lot of overacting, they still keep arguing, while Robbie keeps filming until Maya agrees that after ending this documentary with Matt, she will never see Matt's ugly face ever again. They go back inside after the lovely talk, and they finally start to interview Alyssa. They talk about her career and what type of a person she is, while Maya keeps interrupting by bringing the microphone a little too close. Matt asks Alyssa if her family knows about what she is about to get herself into, and she mentions that she is doing this without her family knowing and that she can make her own decisions because she is 19 years old. Then she talks about her violent experiences in the past, and they later end the interview. They come back to the hotel where they once again start to fight. Matt tells the detectives that everything was fine between him and Maya, but we see them yet once again fighting in different scenes. Maya talks to the camera and says that Matt has been annoying her too much, but she will try to keep herself together during the documentary. She claims that she is willing to try it out with Matt once more if he makes the right move. Later, we see that Matt gets a call from Alyssa, and she has an audition with a producer, and she asks Matt to pick her up. On day 4, Matt and the rest of them are taking Alyssa in their van as they document it. When they reach the producer's house, they decide to stay outside while she goes inside and gives the audition. The producer gets furious once he hears that there is a documentary crew, and he tells Matt to get off of his property and asks Alyssa to come inside. After quite some time, Alyssa comes out and she is crying. They take her back to her apartment, where Matt finally confronts Alyssa on what happened in the audition. She does not reveal anything and says that she got the role, but she will not do the documentary with Matt. Matt tries to convince her, but she mentions that she will return the $500. At the hotel, Maya makes fun of Matt because Alyssa bailed on him. The detectives think that Matt killed Alyssa for $500, and when Maya and Robbie found out, he killed them too. On day 5, Matt goes to Alyssa's house so that he can talk to her, but no one comes out. The detectives believe that he went there with a camera and shot a porno with her. Matt says that nothing like that happened, but they show him a video of a voice instructing Alyssa to take off her clothes, and they speculate that it was Matt, but he changed his voice for the video. On day 6, they are driving to Alyssa's apartment, but the landlord tells them that 2 men helped Alyssa move out. Afraid and concerned, they go to the producer's house in order to find Alyssa. Matt sneaks inside the house despite Maya and Robbie telling him not to. After snooping around, he finds a bunch of tapes. He takes the box of tapes and runs away just as a man spots them. They find some disturbingly graphic content on the tapes. They play the one labeled Slaughter Creek, and it is the same violent scene that we saw earlier in the movie when Matt was having flashbacks. The detectives also play the tape labeled Slaughter Creek, and they tell Matt to give the act up because they think that he killed his friends. In the video, a man violently rapes a woman, and afterwards, when she resists too much, he takes a steel pipe and cruelly bashes the head of the woman as blood splatters on the camera. Detective Garcia, with his very ridiculous acting, starts to yell at Matt and claims that they know he did it. Matt, also with his terrible acting, claims that Scott Roberts did it, and he does not elaborate on how he knows that name or why the police should believe him. Instead, the dumbass just starts to cry. On day 7, Matt gets a call from Jerry, a man he called earlier to work on the Alyssa case. They find out that the producer, Scott Roberts, has made a lot of disturbing videos, and he always gets away with it. They get a picture of a barn, and they decide to go there. Matt pulls up to the barn as a man comes and starts to shoot at them. They get away without getting shot, but they are still frightened. They are unable to get far away because, unfortunately, their car stops working. Maya tries to call the cops, but they are unable to find any signal. The detectives still think that Matt killed all of them, and he tells them to at least look up Scott Roberts. Back at the barn, Maya and Matt see a car, and they try to take a ride, but that does not work out. They run back towards the barn instead of running away. They go inside the dark barn in order to find Alyssa and get out of there. They find a switch and they turn it on. There is still not much light, and they find Alyssa's shirt. A man comes from the back and shoots Robbie. The camera falls down, and we only hear Maya screaming as another gunshot hits her. The detective tells Matt that Scott Roberts died a very long time ago, and he knows that Matt is behind all of this. Then we see Matt picking up the camera and calling someone, telling them that he handled this situation with Maya. A text comes on screen that says that Matt was never charged for the murder of Maya and Robbie, but he was committed to a mental institution, and all of this was based on true events. Here, this movie ends. To watch many more exciting movie recaps like this, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Let us know in the comments section about your favorite movie that you would like us to recap next. Thanks again for watching. Stay safe and healthy.